Hello, students, and welcome back. So today's lesson is lesson 13.4. Our objective for today is I will find the unknown measure of a side when given either the perimeter or the area. So we're going to think of this lesson like a puzzle. They give us some of the pieces, but we don't have all of it, and we're left to find out that missing piece. So let's review perimeter and area. Perimeter goes around. You add up all the sides, or now we've learned that you can just think of it as two lengths and two widths, which means you multiply it by the number 2. So you have two lengths and two widths. Area is the amount inside a shape. So that is our base times our height, right? Now, how do we find the missing side length? So let's look at this problem here. We are given the area. It tells us area is 42 square feet. So now I know how big the inside of my shape is, but I don't know my side length, my height up here. I only know my base of 7 feet. So this is where that puzzle piece comes into play. We have to figure out what this missing piece could be. So let's fill in part of the equation that we know. So if we know area equals base times height, let's plug in our numbers. Area, we know, is 42. So 42 is our total, right? But we don't know the pieces that made our total. Then we need to look at 7 is our base, and then the one that we don't know is our height, right? Represented by this question mark. So what we need to think of is 7 times something, this unknown number, will give me 42. Well, maybe if I know my multiples of 7, I could figure out how many groups of 7 are needed to make 42. If you know your multiples, then you know that that's 6 feet. If you prefer to do the reverse and you like to do the inverse operation, that means you could divide. You could divide 42 by 7, and that would also get you 6. So our missing piece here is 6 feet. That is our height. Let's try another one. So they give us our area again. Our area is 72 square feet, and they tell us our base. Our base is 9 feet. Now, base is either the top or bottom. And then we are missing our height yet again. So we're looking at 72 as our total represented area. Then we can plug in the number 9 for our base, but we're still left with wondering what our height is, our h here. So I need to think about what can be multiplied by 9 to equal 72. That means I would need to know my multiples of 9 this time to be able to figure out how many times 9 can go into 72. Now, if you prefer to do the inverse, you can also think 72 divided into groups of 9 would be 8. So we have 8 feet is our missing height right here. Now I want you to try the first problem on your page, pause the video, and then come back. If you need help with that first problem, rewatch one of the examples I just showed you. All right, welcome back after completing the problem in your notebook. I hope you did well, and if not, go back and review that last part or come find me. So now we're going to look at this part here. How do we find the missing side length? So this one's a little bit different because we're not given area. We are given perimeter. Remember, perimeter goes around. So this makes things a little bit different. Our equation for perimeter is we have 2 lengths plus 2 widths. So I'm thinking 2 lengths, this 13 feet and 13 feet, plus 2 widths right on this side and this side, which are unknown. I don't know those yet, but we will find out. So let's plug in the numbers that we do have. So perimeter, P, our total is 42, shown right here. So I know that my total amount is 42. That means every side length is going to add up to be 42 square feet or 42 feet. So let's find out the other numbers we can plug in. 13. 13 is my length. This L here means length. So I put my number 13 in its place. So now I know 42 equals 2 times 13, which just tells me I have this 13 up here, and I have my second 13 down here. So 2 13s plus two widths. So two unknown side lengths, my widths. 42 equals 26 plus 2 times W again. So I still don't know my width, but I can take away this 26 from 42 to help me remain with this piece right here, our 2 times width. So what I'm going to do is take 42 and subtract 26. Now I'm left with 16. 16 is equal to 2 of our widths. So what if I just need to find one width? Well, I need to divide that number into 2. So dividing 16 into 2 is 8. 8 is our side length here. We're going to review that let's do the next one together. We're going to review it again. So we have perimeter once again, and we're trying to find out that missing side length. So we're thinking all of these pieces, these sides, add together to equal 32 feet. So 32 is our total here. We can plug in our length because we see that we have 9 right here. So I know I have 2 sides that are 9 plus 2 that are missing, represented by this W here, our width. So 32 is 18 plus 2 times W. So we want to know what added to 18 would be. So I need to remove 18 from 32. I am left with 14. 14 would be these 2 sides added together, because that's what I found out that's left, which divided into 2 would be 7. So I know that this is 7. All right, I'm going to show you an example on my board here. See if we can discover this a little bit more. So I want you to think of this problem right here. Again, they tell us that it's perimeter, which is 48 feet. Now what helps me is labeling every side that I do know. I know because this is 18 feet that this is also 18 feet. Now what I don't know is this side or this side, right? So what I can do is I can take 48, which is my total perimeter, and I can subtract 18. I could subtract 18 feet. And okay, so I have 48 minus 18. And that means I'm just already taking away that side length. That leaves me with 30 feet. Now I'm going to take away the other piece I do know. So 30 minus the other side length of 18 feet, I'm going to cross it off as I go, will give me 12 feet. Now what 12 feet represents is this side and this side together. Notice I crossed off the pieces I do know. Now I need to think, how can I make sure that each one of these has an equal amount? Well, 12, if I need to split it into 2 pieces, I would divide by 2, and that would give me 6 feet. So that means my missing length, my height, equals 6 feet. That's just another way of doing it. Nice job today, and I hope that helped.